Welcome, sir. Good morning. Selamat pagi, Mr. Ferlito.
Selamat
The
pagi.
floor is yours.
Selamat pagi,
Selamat
Bapak dan
pagi.
Ibu. Selamat datang di Innovation Summit Southeast Asia edisi kedua. I don't want to steal too much time to an outstanding lineup of speakers, so I will limit myself to just few general considerations. First of all, at the beginning of this introduction, I would like to thank the Tholos Foundation, represented here by Philip Thompson, for having agreed to support and organize with us this event, and the special partners for this edition, Universitas Prasetiya Mulya, Provalindo Nusa, and Ecolex Animal Nutrition. Secondly, I'd like to thank my colleagues from Center for Market Education, Alfian Banjaransari, the country manager for Indonesia, and Chandra Rambe, our president. You will have the chance to meet all of them later during the breaks. We couldn't make without the hard work that all of them had put into this organization. We organized a similar event 2 years ago in Kuala Lumpur. This year we went on a totally different scale, I must say. And I'm happy that we made it. We are here, thanks to all the speakers, moderators, sponsors, and the public. I'd like just to spend a few words on the word innovation and the approach that we embrace on innovation. There is a lot of talking about innovation, and often this is associated with fancy technological innovation. Now we have everything about AI and these kind of things. I don't believe that these things are unimportant, but the kind of conversation we want to open on innovation is a conversation that makes us understand how innovation is relevant for our daily lives. Innovation is as such if it changes our lives. Computers are an innovation because today we cannot imagine a life without them. Cars are an innovation because we cannot imagine life without them. And innovation, in order to happen, needs few important elements. Allow me to say that first the two important elements, and I will leave the most important one for last. One is the market. Innovations affirm themselves in the market. Innovation cannot last long and they cannot change our lives if they don't encounter the market favor, which means our favor, the people favor. This is the first test for an innovation to be as such. The second element is the institutional framework. As the work from recent Nobel laureates demonstrate, innovation which is linked to entrepreneurship flourish where institutions and the regulatory framework allow them to flourish. Entrepreneurs can fight against the flow only up to a certain point. They cannot do miracles. So there is an important role that institutions play in making entrepreneurship possible to happen. And the third point is, in order to nurture all these other things, is education. And here allow me to be a little bit against the trend. When I talk about education, I don't talk about teaching entrepreneurship in schools. I visited recently a school for my son, and they proudly told me that they teach entrepreneurship at elementary school, but they don't teach history and geography and literature. So let's be very frank here. Entrepreneurship can't be taught. Entrepreneurship is learned on the street. You have it or you don't have it, and you fine-tune it on the street. You learn it on the field. But if you want to be an entrepreneur that makes a difference with innovative ideas, an entrepreneur that has the ambition to change the world, then you need to know history. You need to know geography. Because without history and geography, you don't understand the world you are living in. So you keep on clashing your head toward a wall of misunderstanding and ignorance. We don't need more subjects like entrepreneurship. We need to forge entrepreneurs by providing them tools for critical thinking. And against whatever you may think, I keep on saying that those critical thinking tools are nurtured by the knowledge of humanistic disciplines. Technical education is important, but teach you how to apply known techniques to known problems. History and philosophy teach you how to create new answers to new problems. And I believe this is the most meaningful thing I have to say about innovation. An innovation that need to be relevant for our daily life, as I mentioned, and that's the reason why during these sessions we will discuss not just robotics, but we will discuss, yes, industrial transformation, but also food security, healthcare, real estate. These are things that matter for our daily lives. These are things with which we deal every single day on our life. And innovation change the way in which we deal with these things. We need, yes, more entrepreneurs, but entrepreneurs that look at reality and aim at changing it. And at this regard, is very pivotal for us to host the premier launch of the Trade Barrier Index, because innovation changes lives through trade exchanges, through exchanges of products, through exchanges of knowledge. The highest, the biggest the barriers to those exchanges, the less the possibility for innovation to make a change, for innovation to happen and change our lives. So innovation and free trade, holistically conceived, are same pillars, are two pillars of the same process, which is the process of economic change. An economic change which, as Schumpeter put it 100 years ago, is the creative response in economic history. Let's all read more Schumpeter and less other things. I hope, guys, you will all have a wonderful session, and we will have a chance to discuss more, to interact more during the coffee breaks, during the lunch. But I'm sure that each one of you will go home today enriched by an amount of contents that our speakers will put together, which is absolutely astonishing. Thank you very much. See you and enjoy the rest of the day. Thank you.
Big round of applause. Thank you so much. Terima kasih, Mr. Ferlito, for highlighting key elements in innovation. So if I can highlight three things, it would be market, institutions, and education. Ladies and gentlemen, we definitely will